How's it going, Critter Family? I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going over Shield Canine dog training. I might have covered him once before. I can't really remember, honestly. Somebody asked me to review them and give them, my thoughts and point of view. So I'm happy to do so. So this is his most recent upload, I believe. This is a live. Don't worry, I'm not going to go over all 1 hour and 38 minutes because I don't think I could. I think I would my brain would explode and we would be here for like a week. So he's talking about his live e-collar demonstration. Live e-collar training my puppy. This dog is, I think, 10 to 11 months old. So he's going to explain his side about, making excuses as to why he uses an e-collar and all that. And I'm just going to be giving my point of view and explaining what I see in the dog, what the dog is saying and how I might do things differently. So let's get started.
That I think there's a lot of myths out there about why we use e-collars in training. Now, I'm not talking today about pet training. Pet training, I'll jump into it when we get into the later parts of the live, but a lot of people seem to believe that we can't train the behaviors without the e-collar, and the reason why we're using the e-collar.
So, pet training or high drive training or military training, any of those animals do not need an electric collar or corrections. I don't care how high drive your dog is. You don't need corrections to communicate with them. That shows a lack of skill and knowledge and understanding of the animal before you.
Because we just can't train the so somehow if you magically apply electricity to whatever behavior you want to call it, not that the e-collar gives electricity, it actually creates muscle contractions.
That's actually incorrect. That he's kind of contradicting himself. It doesn't give out electricity, but it causes muscle contractions. It's called an e-collar for a reason. E stands for electric. Electric collar, which is how it works. How does it cause muscle contractions? By an electrical pulse. Stimulation, it's grounded when it's touching you. The two bars, positive, negative, when it's grounded to you, a pulse of electricity, although very low, moves through you and causes the muscle to contract. It's an electric collar. If you don't think that an e-collar, I'll be nice and not call it a shock collar now, but usually I do. If you don't think that uses electricity, then you're silly goose.
Point being, that you need this device in order to teach the behavior. And that's actually
You actually
not
don't
true.
need it.
So this female here, I've talked about her before, this is Bang, right? Now she's, I think, like 10, 11 months old. Maybe 10 months old. I can never remember her age exactly. Anyways, as I said before, she's a little bit more medium in the drive. She's a little bit more of a lazy, easily distracted kind of dog. Not like hyper-biddable, easy to train kind of dog. More
to him, a dog that's already showing this much, excitement, any dog like this anyway, because she's slightly more distractible, he says lazy, that's difficult for him to train. I find it funny because it's like, that's difficult for you to train because she's not a perfect robot, because she acts a little bit more like a dog. That's just an entitled life then. If you've never had to, that's like a first world problem, that you've never had to actually use your brain. That's why you can get away with these things with dogs like this. Don't try this with a Shiba. A Shiba will fight back. They will actually make you think because they act like a dog. Not like these morphed little creatures, basically robots with fur that we have created. We've created the very genes that go into them.
a type of dog that can be a little bit frustrating for training. But she has not been on an e-collar.
Oh, poor guy. It's frustrating to train a dog that is as easy to communicate with as a shepherd. Seriously?
This type of training ever until today. So today you guys are going to see literally the first...
Now, a lot of her body language, she's showing whale eyes, which is the whites of the eyes. Her foot goes up. She's yawning. She's yawning. She's dancing around. She's excited and nervous. She's just very stimulated. I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't say that she's nervous as in like scared. I would just say that she's very stimulated. She could be scared. I don't know.
Like how we're going to be training. I've hooked my e-collar up to a sound box so you guys can hear. After I'm done training her, then we're going to do a Q&A, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. So I'm just going to situate her, and then I'm going to grab my toy with me.
He's very loud with his hands and his leash.
I've talked about her before. This is Bang, right?
Okay, I thought I noticed that. She has 2 shock collars on her. She has one on this side and one on this side. Wow, that's 4 points at least. There's some that have 4 points per one, so that could be 4 to 8 points. Wow. That shows how little skill he has and how little faith he has in his dog. He has 2 of the bricks on her neck. One here, which would be on this side of her, and one on this side.
10, 11 months old.
This guy is a joke. You need 2 shock collars on your dog to train them. Okay. Jesus, dude. Lip lick, and yet he's claiming that she's never had the shock collar until now.
Okay, guys, so not only is it her first day doing this type of training with an e-collar,
I don't believe it.
I've also hooked it up to a sound box.
And she also has 2 it's 1 collar, but it's 2 of the actual, I don't know what you call it. 2 of the products with at least 2 prongs in each of them. 2 sets of, there's 2 points of electricity.
Oh, it's probably
This guy is a
great for level
joke.
of distraction for the dog.
He's not going to
Sorry
point that
if
out to
you're
you.
an easily distracted dog, but this is the exact kind of dog that I love using the e-collar for. I don't
Because you don't know how else to train them. You are so just uneducated and unskilled that you have to use not 1 but 2 shock collars on one dog because she's slightly more distracted. I don't care if I have worked with dogs with ADHD. Okay, I have worked with dogs, my Shiba, that would just flip me off and say, F you, I don't care, I'm gonna go over here. And I have never had any corrective collar on them. I worked them on a harness, on a long line, and yes, I used treats. And I got progress. Go figure. But you need 2 shock collars. Again, I don't know what they're called, but little remotes, whatever they are. 2 points of contact from 2 different power bricks on a dog because you can't deal with the slightest bit of getting their attention otherwise from a distraction. I've seen some pretty unskilled trainers on here, and I think this guy has to be one of the top 3 for sure.
I use the e-collar because I have to use the e-collar.
No, you do use it because you have
It
to.
makes things better.
How does it make things better? It makes things better for you, not for the dog. And you have 2 bricks on your dog. I'm going to keep bringing that up. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Right? It makes things better. It improves
How?
things, right?
How does it improve things? Not for the dog, but for you. Because you are a dummy and you refuse to learn.
I can use another type of baller. There's a reason I'm using...
Alright, let's get into it. So he gets her amped up. He stares at her. Okay, apparently that's what he wanted. She didn't even get the ball. Dude, you didn't even reward her. What the hell was that? People want to talk about bribery? He just tricked her. This is why these people need 2 shock collars on one dog. That gets distracted. Because he doesn't even know how to reward a dog. He threw the ball for her, but he kept her from getting to it. And she never even got to chew it. I thought maybe he was going to teach her self-control. No, he picked it up. Is he trying to build drive? That's not how you build drive. That's not even bribery. That's just tricking someone. I've never been this dumbfounded. Points to it, and she doesn't even get it. She does more behavior, and then he shocks her. You can't tell me that she had lip lick, lip lick. You cannot tell me she has not learned that through the shock collar before. I don't believe it. I believe he's worked with her before. I mean, who cares what I think, but if he hasn't, then wow. No, she knows what the shock collar means. So she gave him behavior, barking. He gave her the ball, which in her mind was to be her reward. She didn't get to it. He kept her from it. She gives him more behavior, and then he shocks her to get her into the heel or the foos, whatever.
That's me utilizing the e-collar.
The 2 shock collars, and you're continuing to shock for her to move sideways.
Again, this is the first day with it.
I don't believe you. And no reward.
Good job, baby girl, right? And to this day, she has been on a flat collar and on a leash for this sport training that we're doing right now.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I'm working on a focus heel with her. Out.
You shocked too late, dummy. She'd already let go of the ball by the time you hit the button. So she's gonna learn, oh, when I release the ball, I still get shocked. He didn't even give her a chance.
Ooh. Yes. And you'll notice that I'm layering the e-collar into every behavior. But
Yeah, so you can rely on it for the rest of the dog's life. Because you will never fade this out. And it's not, again, 1 e-collar. It's 2 shock collars on either side of this dog's neck. I'm not even going to go. I'm just going to get way too amped up, and I don't want to scare anybody. I've seen enough. It was enough, actually, just seeing that this dog has 2 shock collars. Although it's 1 collar, it's 2 of them on its neck. And this idiot can't even reward his dog at the right time. It's just... Okay, anyway, that was this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the suggestion. Anybody who suggests anything, this is nothing personal towards you. I hope you don't feel like I'm not bashing anybody. And if you enjoy this guy and you like to follow him, then please do subscribe and all that stuff to him. You know, his name is Shield Canine Dog Training. Go support him if you want to. If you like what I do and you want to support me, that's always very much appreciated. You can subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. You can check out Patreon if you're interested as well. But thanks for watching. I know this is a really short one. I'll try to get some more lengthy full videos out soon. But thanks again for watching. Go give your little critters some kind of love and say how do you do for me. I promise I won't bite. And until next time, as I will practice some peace, patience, and positivity.